Welcome back, SethBling here. My first disaster just struck. You may recognize this as the area where all of my combustion engines were. Well, they combusted. I don't know what happened. I just built my nether portal over there. That's my first nether portal, and I was coming back from my first trip to the nether, and it exploded. So, as far as I know, last I checked, and for a long time, all the combustion engines had plenty of water cooling them down. I think what may have happened is the redstone engine that I had powering the pump to the refinery, that may have overheated and exploded, and then that caused some other piping to explode, which might have caused there not to be enough coolant for the combustion engines, and then they exploded. That's too bad. Well, I got my turtle working, and he did a bunch of stuff over here. I have a big platform here now. I ran it a couple times. I got a couple of those big cobblestone sections going, and then I also added a dirt platform over here so that I can have all of my organic stuff. And so I got a bunch of rubber trees, and so I think what I'm going to do, most of the stuff exploded, but I do have a couple things left over. I have I have one of the combustion engines, one of the pumps. Unfortunately, I don't have the refinery, and I don't have enough diamonds to make another, so we're going to be excavating on oil for a little bit. But I think my plan here is just to build a new set of combustion engines. Skype. Sorry about that. Build a new set of combustion engines right over here, and start up quarrying around here in the water. That works pretty well because the mining head can go through water just fine, and the water actually helps with any patches of lava that you encounter along the way. So that's my plan. I'm gonna go get that all set up, and we'll be right back. Alright, so here it is. It's not quite as powerful as my previous setup. I've got only 4 combustion engines here, just because I didn't have enough iron for any more. So I'm going to really need to use the iron that I get from this quarry to help out with that. But I do have these 4, and I have these 3 pumps. They are sufficiently keeping it cooled. Yeah, I think what happened is that the redstone engine overheated. I'm still right next to all this oil, so I shouldn't have a problem keeping these powered for quite a long time. And I've got my quarry going right here, right next to it. You can see it's digging a big hole down under the water. So this should be good enough to bootstrap me, get me going again, full speed, get a generator going. I checked my quarry before I moved it over here, and I did have a couple extra diamonds, so I'm now up to 3 diamonds. I need 4 for a refinery, although I'm not really sure whether or not I feel like I need a refinery. The fuel does last a lot longer, so I don't know. But diamond is just so precious. I can't seem to get very much of it. Maybe I'll need to do some extra mining on my own to do that. Okay, new theory. Here's what I think happened. I'm recording this around the time that I posted my first LP episode, and as everybody was commenting on that video, when you have a wood pipe and you're powering it with a redstone engine in order to pump out that stuff, that can't actually explode. It's not possible. So I have actually 2 theories. One is that the pumps that I was using accidentally sucked up 2 source blocks at the same time, which caused the thing to stop behaving like an infinite spring, and so eventually it just sucked up all the water since it wasn't refilling itself, and then the combustion engines didn't have coolant, and things were broke. So that's one theory. The other theory is that when I went to the nether, the infinite spring mechanic just stopped working when you have 2 source blocks next to a space. Normally that creates a new source block, but when the chunks kind of unload, that can apparently break down. Direwolf20 pointed out some of these things to me. Anyway, so what I've done here is I've got these Aqueous Accumulators, and basically as long as these have two source blocks next to them, they act like they pump water into these pipes, and they don't even need energy. They'll just do it on their own. So yeah, I can be pretty confident that this is not going to break down, and I've got plenty of room for expansion if I need more, but they seem to be doing the job of cooling these combustion engines. So that should fix that problem. And then I also just, I finally mined up another diamond with my quarry, and so I got my refinery going again. So I'm going to start building up my reserves of fuel again. I lost a lot in the explosion, but what can you do? I wrote a new program for my turtle, my pet turtle. These trees have a lot of wood in them, but it's hard to get it all. But not for my turtle. He knows what to do. So I just put him in front of the tree and make sure he's pointing at the tree, and I run the program fell, like to destroy a tree or chop down a tree, and he'll do that. Let me grab, yeah, I've already got a lot of logs from him. This is an excellent way to get logs, and I think this is how I'm going to be getting all my wood from now on. The only unfortunate thing is that the fir logs kind of count as, or the fir wood doesn't really count as regular wood for a lot of crafting recipes. So that kind of sucks, but I can definitely use it for fuel for a lot of my endeavors that require a lot of fuel. That's been a limiting factor, so that's going to be really good. And so that means I can start to use the coal. There's a way to compress the coal into diamonds, so I can start saving up my coal now instead of using it as fuel. I can use all this wood that I'm collecting. So basically, he gets to the top, you can see he just hit the top, and then he comes right back down. Could be a little bit more efficient. I could have him get the other part of the tree from the top down, and that would probably be a little bit faster than what he does now, but what he does now is a little bit more modular. It's going to be a little bit easier to reuse in the future. So then he just turns and goes right on to the other half of the tree. And he goes right to the top, comes back down. Gives me all the wood I need. So much wood. That's perfect. And I can just replant these trees. If you just plant them in groups of 4s, these fir trees, they'll grow big. It's pretty cool. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Alright, so I've been playing around with the industrial craft stuff. And I've got some of it here, and some of it's pretty useful. But let me kind of go over what I've got, and I'm going to try and make something new with you guys. So, okay, let's start out with the energy. We have some generators here. Actually, let me grab some charcoal. Okay, so we have generators, and I can put coal in there, or charcoal. Basically, they work like furnaces, and they provide power. I've also got a geothermal generator. You can put a lava bucket in there, but I don't have any lava right now. That's why I went to the Nether originally, is because I wanted to get a big source of lava, but I didn't happen to spawn near a big lava pool, so that was unfortunate. Okay, so these guys, all these generators, power this battery box, or bat box, and it's actually draining power kind of slowly right now, because I am using that to power some other stuff. Now there's actually some generators underneath, and if I hop down here you can kind of see these are water generators. They're like hydroelectric generators. Basically they passively generate energy because they're underwater, but it's a very small amount of energy, and it's not really enough to keep anything powered permanently, but I can kind of power up this battery box while I'm out doing other stuff, so that's kind of useful. So this thing, if I am not doing anything, that'll charge up. That's good. Okay, so then I've got this wire here. That's what this black stuff is. So the wire is powering these 5 devices. This one, and then these 2, and these 2. These 2 are electric furnaces. Basically, they use electric power rather than fuel, which is cool. So you can see I'm using those fur logs that I got over there from my turtle. Oh, I love that turtle. So I'm using those fur logs, and I'm just converting them into charcoal because I always need a ton of energy. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing with both of these. I'm actually going to just cut that out now because I want to do some other stuff with these. And that, so you might ask, like, why am I using electric power to do this rather than just directly smelting the coal? And there's a decent reason for that. Well, one is that I can use the hydro power from down below, and use the nice lava generator here. This geothermal generator lets you actually put in multiple buckets of lava at once, rather than a furnace only really lets you burn one lava bucket at a time. You can't queue them up. So that's one reason. That's actually the main reason. But it also, I'm also powering other things with this generator. So there's an extractor. I showed this last time. You can use that to get rubber out of sticky resin. And then there's a compressor, which can be used for certain things. Like I just mentioned, you can compress lots of coal into diamond, and I might actually give that a shot, because now that I have a good source of charcoal, I don't really need this coal for energy anymore, and I don't know. I'll probably do that off camera if I do, though, because I don't know how long it's going to take. Probably take a while. Okay, this is the Macerator. I showed this last time too. So what I've got going on is basically we've got the Macerator, and that's gonna chop up, crush the copper ore into dust. I'm gonna get 2 dust per ore. Now I've got some buildcraft stuff here. This is a wooden pipe and a normal pipe, and a redstone engine being powered by this lever. Basically, that's gonna suck the dust out of the Macerator and put it in this pipe, and it'll go to the top of the electric furnace, which will then burn it. So I've got a pipeline set up here so that I can just put in the ore here, and it'll automatically smelt into ingots here. And that's quite useful. That's much better than just smelting the individual ore, because I get twice as much per ore, which is especially useful with iron, which I apparently need tons of. And so that's good. Okay, so what I wanted to build was a jetpack. I saw this in Etho's first Feed the Beast episode, and I want one too. And it looked like the recipe was not super difficult. I think I needed some. Let's see. I needed some refined iron. I'm gonna need some copper cabling. So let me grab some copper. Oh, my inventory always fills up so bad. Let me just do some more inventory management for you guys. Actually, I might need some glass. Don't need a pick. Okay, so let's look up the... Actually, first I'll just craft the wire. And insulated wire. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need that for a circuit or two. Actually, I might even need more. Okay, so... jetpack. Yeah. Okay. Electric jetpack. That's what I want. Okay, so it needs glowstone dust, refined iron, a battery box, and an advanced circuit. Right, let's start off with the battery box. So we need... Oh, actually, I'm going to need a lot of this cabling. So let me go ahead and do that. Luckily, I have a lot of rubber because I was using that extractor, which gives you 3 rubber per sticky resin. Okay, so I needed batteries. Okay, so batteries were, I'm pretty sure, are done. Like, do I have tin? I need tin in my inventory. I need a lot of stuff to make stuff in Buildcraft, and that's why I didn't show you most of the building that I did. Just because it's very time consuming just to get all the resources together. Okay, so batteries look like this. And there we go. So I need 3 batteries in my electric jetpack. And then wood and a copper cable, so that's easy. So wood. battery. Whoops, it was like this, right? And the cable. Okay, so we get our battery box. And then what else did I need? I needed an advanced circuit, which is an electric circuit plus some other stuff. So that's going to use some more of this copper cabling, but not as much as I thought I needed. And another problem is a lot of the metals look very similar. They're just different shades of silver. Okay, so I've got my electric circuits. I need an advanced electric circuit, which is I'm gonna need some glowstone and some lapis for. Oh, my inventory is filling up again. Get out of here. Okay, I need that, and then lapis. Okay. So I'll put my electric circuit here. So it is glowstone above and below, and lapis off to the sides. Whoops. Glowstone above and below, lapis off to the sides, and redstone elsewhere. Okay, great. God, okay, so now I've got this. All right, and then I think that's all I need at this point. I just need that there, 2 glowstone. That's cool. It looks like the jetpack. And refined iron. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Jetpack! Awesome. My backpack's got jets. Okay, so I need to actually charge this up, and I'm going to put it in the battery. Oh, actually need to put more of this charcoal in, and you can see you can watch it power the battery box. So now the battery box is gonna actually be filling up, even though it is powering the Macerator and this electric furnace. It's got some extra energy to spare. Okay, so I'm actually going to be using that mostly to charge the jetpack. And so you can see the power level from the battery box going down, the power level from the jetpack going up. I'm actually not even sure how to use the jetpack. I think there's a button that does it. Okay, you put it here. Oh my god, that is so that's how you use it. Wow. Oh, I gotta be careful with this thing if I run out in midair. Oh, that is really cool though. It feels awesome. You just press spacebar. You just jump, and oh, we can get a good overview of my base. Oh, this is gonna be so useful. That is awesome. Okay, well, here's my cactus farm and my reeds. There's where the old explosion happens. Oh. Okay, I just I want to watch it again. Here's the old explosion. My old quarry stuff is over here too. Oh, I love this. Yeah, that's where all my old quarries were. There's a lot of... Oh man, yeah. So I think what might have helped cause the explosion, there was a chunk over here that you might have noticed wasn't really loading, and you can see it's the terrain has regenerated it, and even though it was the quarry, I quarried this part out, but this chunk got reloaded. It was spawning bats, and my world actually got to the point where I couldn't play anymore, and it's because thousands upon thousands of bats were spawning. There were 26,000 bats kind of in that hole. I don't even... yeah, that was weird, but we got it fixed. I actually went to the developers of a lot of the Forgecraft mods. We got them all in a chat. We kind of debugged it a little bit and got it fixed. It was just such a bizarre thing. I've never seen anything like it before. Here's my combustion engines and my pump for all the oil over there. I think we're starting to actually dent that oil. The thing that was spouting up is no longer spouting up. And then here's all my industrial craft stuff. It doesn't take up much space, so that's good. Here's my newest quarry. I'm quarrying in the water a lot, and actually, well, you can't see it, but I've done a couple quarries so far. But it's nice to do it in the water because you don't have to go through so many layers to get down to the diamond levels. But I really haven't gotten that many diamonds out of it anyway. And then here's the dirt section with all my trees and my lovely turtle, who I love. I'm going to go have him, let's see, forward, I don't know, 10. He's just going to run into the tree. I'm going to have him fell another tree because I can never get enough wood, basically. Okay, my inventory's full. Oh, I really love this jetpack thing, though. Oh, no wonder. No wonder it was like the first thing Etho built. That is awesome. Okay, well I'm gonna make sure I charge this up because I don't want it to run out ever. But I'm gonna be using that a ton, and that's really cool. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna leave it there. That's about it. Thanks for watching.